All right, this is going to be on page 597. This is number 16. And we are trying to solve this rational equation. So what we need to do is get rid of these fractions. Our least common denominator is going to be x times x plus 3. So that is what we are needing to multiply to the whole equation, x times x plus 3. Now when we multiply this to the first fraction, the x here and this x are going to cancel out. So it will just leave us with 5 times x plus 3, which is 5x plus 15. Now this whole number right here, it's really over 1. So it doesn't have any of the denominator. We're going to end up multiplying both values to the negative 2. So we have a negative 2, and we're going to multiply x times x plus 3. And when we distribute this, we end up with negative 2x squared minus 6x. And our last term, we have the x plus 3 right here. So when we multiply that, the x plus 3 is going to cancel out. And so all we're really doing is 2 times x. Now we got a lot of stuff going on here, so I'm going to kind of move this up a little bit. And I'm going to change my color. All right, so we're adding like terms. The only x squared value I see is negative 2x squared. And my x's, I'm going to have a 5 and a negative 6 right here, so that's negative x and plus 15. Now it looks like I'm going to have to be solving this, so I want to go ahead and get all my x's on one side. So I'm going to subtract this 2x and move it over. So this is negative 2x squared minus 3x plus 15 equals 0. Now there's nothing I can pull out of each value here, so I will be doing some tic-tac-toe factoring. So let's see if this will work. Let me scoot that right there. Okay, so if I try to tic-tac-toe, my A value goes in the upper left corner, so that would be negative 2. My C value, which is 15, would go right here. And then I just multiply straight across, so that's negative 30. What can I multiply to get negative 30 and add to get negative 3? Well, 5 and 6, negative 1 or positive 1. 15 and 2, that won't work. And 3 and 10 won't work. So really, there's nothing we can tic-tac-toe to do on this one. So the only way to solve it would be to use the quadratic formula. X is equal. There we go. Plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. All right, so that's what we're going to be doing on this one. Let me squish that up just a little bit more. And let's go ahead and plug this in. X is equal. The opposite of negative 3 is positive 3. Plus or minus the square root. And we're going to be putting in negative 3 squared minus 4 times A, which is negative 2, and C, which is 15. All over 2A. Okay, and when I plug this underneath my square root, when I plug that in my calculator, I am getting 129. And since that cannot break down, it's going to end up being 3 plus or minus the square root of 129 over negative 4. Now, since there's nothing that came out of the square root house, we can't factor out to cancel out anything on the bottom. So this right here is our answer. Until next time, see you later.